Hey YouTube, it's about 7 o'clock Saturday morning. Usually I'm up a little bit more before this, probably around 5:45 to get to the flea market. But I decided that I'm probably going to hit the flea. If I do hit the flea market today, it's going to be after I meet up with this guy. He usually has yard sales about once a month. What he does is he buys storage units, and I think this is what he does for a living because he just has a ton of stuff. So he buys storage units and collects it all up for about a month, and then just has this huge yard sale. And that's where I got a ton of my great buys from. The first time I was there, I got there like right when this started, and I basically completely missed out. Some dickhead Cowboys fan got all the Super Nintendo games. He didn't even look through them. They just brought the box out to him because I guess he said, "Oh, well, if you bring games out, let me check it out." So the little boy brought the box out to him, and he just took the whole box, didn't even look at it. So I was pretty pissed about that. But I did get like 6 games that time. One of them being Budokai Tenkaichi 3 for the PS2, which was pretty sweet. I got that for 50 cents. And another one being Super Smash Bros. Melee. I got that for 50 cents as well. So I knew they would have quality stuff there the second time I went. So I made sure to get there early. When I got there, there was another game hunter just coming up when I got there. So I basically, Flight of the Bumblebee, went and started looking for stuff. And fortunately, he was taking his time piecing together Super Nintendo consoles. So I was able to snag the boxed Super Nintendo. And then they brought out more stuff, and there was another boxed Super Nintendo, and I grabbed that one too. I got like over 50 games. I got 2 NES consoles. I got a Power Glove. I got a bunch of stuff. I'll leave the link for that video up here so you can check that out. And anyways, I'm on my way to go meet up with that guy now. They're not having a yard sale, but he goes, "Well, we were going to have a yard sale, but it's supposed to rain, so we didn't advertise a yard sale. If you want to come and check it out, see what we got, you're more than welcome to." So I'm the only one going to go look. So it's pretty cool. I get first dibs, and I'm pretty excited about it. So hopefully there's some good stuff, and I'll bring y'all along with me so you can check it out.
Here's the beginning.
Okay.
That is a whole bucket. I know y'all didn't go through.
Sounds good. I'll carry that out that way.
Well, you just put it right out there.
Alright.
Get it out.
Alright, sounds good. While you're working on that, I'm going to dig through this stuff. Let me help you with that real quick.
That's Christmas.
Alright, YouTube. So I'm going to try my best to be able to let y'all see all this. Alright, that's just DVDs for the most part. Yeah, I'm boring. We can do
He's going over that.
Oh, so no, I'm not doing it. It must have been because I was up, so it was fine. Yeah, it was fine. That was fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Came out of the second closet upstairs that was loaded.
Awesome.
And I know there's stuff in that far corner. I don't know if I can get to it. And then I got a whole roll on that back wall that I'm not going to get out of. But we can get to that next week.
Okay.
Or not next week, the following week. I got to go to my aunt's sometime next week.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Gotta take care of family, especially when you get older.
Well, that's not too hard to do, mixing a box. Okay, I hope y'all don't mind, but I'm digging in with both hands on most of this stuff, so it's hard for me to So, sorry I didn't have a ton of footage with me digging all that stuff out, but I literally had to use both my hands to dig that stuff out. I mean, it was boxes upon boxes. I mean, you saw how much crap was just shoved in there, and it was really hard for me to record and move 40, 50-pound boxes with one hand when they're really flimsy. It's just, so what I did was once I got some boxes uncovered, that's when I was recording. You know, oh, I uncovered a box, let me record and see what I find in the box. And I literally looked through a ton of boxes. But I ended up getting a Nintendo Power Pad in the box and all that stuff back there. And it's just a box full of stuff. Some consoles, games, cords, controllers. So once I get back to the house, I'm going to go ahead and go over. It's been a really long day. Pretty tired, so I'm going to try to get through this pretty quickly. I got some pretty good stuff today. So let's get started so I can go to bed. Okay, first thing is let's go ahead and cover the consoles. I got a PS1, and with all the hookups for $5. I got a Dreamcast Sports Edition with all the hookups and the Sports Edition controller. Got that for $10. Also got a Super Nintendo for $10 and a NES console for $10, and those have all the hookups as well, and the 72-pin connector in the Nintendo is good, so it doesn't need to be changed, which is great. Saves me a little bit of time and money. I also got a Game Boy Nintendo Player's Guide, and this was pretty cool. I've never seen one just laying out like that. It's not extremely valuable. It's only worth like $5 or $6. But I only paid 67 cents for it, so I was pretty excited about that. And I get 67 cents because I paid $80 for all of this, and I take what I paid for the consoles away from the $80, and I just divide the rest of the stuff up by what's left, and that's what I got. 67 cents for everything else. Minus this, I got a Game Boy Advance. That was nope, that was 67 cents as well. So it is missing the battery case, but I have a battery case that matches this somewhere. So once I get that on there, it will be good to go. It's got a little bit of scratches on it, not too much, but it does play. It works great, so that's nice. I also got an original Game Boy. I didn't include this in what I paid because it ended up not working. It has like a bunch of stickers and crap on it. It was actually like rhinestones, gemstones, those little plastic gemstones. So it was basically bedazzled. Someone bedazzled this, and I ripped it all off and attempted to clean it. Threw some batteries in, and it didn't work, so I just stopped cleaning it. But I am keeping it because it does have the battery case, and it's got this little port cover right there. I also got one more console, and it is a boxed Sega Dreamcast with the controller and all the hookups, and that works as well. So I was pretty excited to grab that for $10. And then I just grabbed some empty DS cases and an empty Quackshot case because my wife has this game but doesn't have the case, so I grabbed that, and that was free. I didn't include that in what I paid for any of this stuff. And I didn't include this either, and this is non-game related, but it's a Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn DVD. Thought it was pretty cool, so I grabbed it. The last thing in the set that I paid more than 67 cents for would be this boxed NES power pad, and I tested it out. It works. It's really clean. It's probably been sitting in this thing for years. The box is a little beat up. It kind of doesn't close on any of the sides, but I don't want to tape it because it would probably rip it and ruin it. But yep, a boxed Nintendo power pad. And I got that for $5. Okay, so everything else here was 67 cents each. Minus one more thing, all these literature, it was free as well. This is like the instruction manual for GameCube. Ultimate Unauthorized Nintendo Game Strategies. Mortal Kombat 3 instruction book for the Genesis, Ready to Rumble boxing instruction book for the N64, Prince of Persia Super Nintendo instruction book, F-Zero Super Nintendo instruction book, Mortal Kombat 3 Super Nintendo instruction book, Super Empire Strikes Back instruction book, and I actually have a box with the game in my collection, so I'm going to throw that in there. And Mortal Kombat for the Genesis instruction book. And I don't know what this is, so if anybody knows what this is, please leave a comment below telling me what it is. That'd be great. It is a box that has Mortal Kombat on it, but it's not a game. It says, coming Mortal Monday, September 13th, Super NES, Game Boy, Genesis, and Game Gear. And I don't know what that is. And what came in it, in this box, is this poster. This Mortal Kombat poster, which I think is pretty cool. And it's got Sonya Blade, Scorpion, Johnny Cage, Goro, Sub-Zero, Raiden, Kano, and Liu Kang down here on the bottom. It says Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Genesis, Game Gear. So I guess it's just advertising all of the games that it's coming out on. And back here, it's actually got each person with like where they're from, their height, their weight, stuff like that. And their strengths, their weaknesses, and some of their combinations. And then over here, it's showing you the gameplay on the NES, the Genesis, the Game Gear, and the Game Boy. So it had that poster in it, which is pretty cool. It also came with some cards, like this has Sonya Blade, Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, Kano, Scorpion, Raiden, and Sub-Zero. And it has one more thing in there. Nope, it's got two more things in there. It's got these little rub-on temporary tattoo Mortal Kombat tattoos. And it's also got this little Mortal Kombat pin, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I think it's just some type of promotional thing, like maybe a GameStop got it when the games were coming out, or Toys R Us or something like that. But if you know like why that came out and who got it and where it came from, just leave a comment below. That'd be pretty cool if I could figure out where that came from. Okay, moving on to the games and controllers and all the other accessories that I paid 76 cents for, or excuse me, 67 cents for. Got dyslexic there for a minute. So first thing, and I thought that was pretty cool, was a Xbox 360 controller. And it's still got the little plastic piece that's right here. So this thing is like brand new. It's no scratches. I mean, and it was in a box with a bunch of old Xbox stuff. So I thought it was pretty cool to grab that. I also got a original Genesis controller, a 6-button Genesis controller. I got two PS1 power cables, and the only reason why I got more cables besides what's with my PS1 is because they actually have a little value to them, so I sell them online. I have two DSi chargers, and I believe this was for the DS Lite, but if I'm not mistaken, They can fit. I'm not sure if they can fit all together, but yeah, these two are for the DSIs, and this one is supposed to be just for the DS Lite, but it might fit with the other ones. I'm not sure. I got a original PlayStation controller that doesn't have the little joysticks. I also got an N64 controller, and the joystick is pretty tight, so that was pretty cool. I got 2 Super Nintendo controllers, and I got 3 NES controllers, an N64 expansion pack, a Dreamcast memory card, and I actually got 3 of them. 2 of them are in the controllers for the Dreamcast. I also got a PS1 memory card and a GameCube 251 block memory card. Alright, so moving on to the games. I got Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES. Also for the NES is Best of the Best Champion, Best of the Best Championship Karate, and I was actually having a hard time finding this on Amazon because I guess it was released more on the Genesis and the Super Nintendo, but obviously it was released on the NES, and it's actually pretty uncommon. It's worth anywhere from 15 to 18 bucks, so it's not a bad pickup for 67 cents. I also picked up Battlezone, Rise of the Black Dogs, and it's got a bunch of stickers on it, and I'm just selling it online. Usually I peel the stickers and clean up everything, but I just got lazy. This is only worth like 7 bucks, and so I just listed it with retail stickers on it, because like I said, it's just been a long day. I also got the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, the original, not the collector's edition. Let's see. For the Super Nintendo, I got Killer Instinct, and I thoroughly enjoy that game. Let's see. For the Game Boy, I got Kirby's Dream Land. Also got Kirby Tilt and Tumble. I got Pokemon Blue, and it saves. Pokemon Red works, but doesn't save. It saves until you take the game out of the console, and then it corrupts the file and it doesn't save. So the battery needs to be replaced. So I'm just going to start a collection of games that need batteries replaced, and then when I get enough, I'll buy a soldering iron and a bunch of batteries and just replace them all. Pokemon Crystal, and it does save, which is awesome. I was bummed out about the red not saving. I was hoping the Crystal would save, and it does, so that's great. Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. And I believe that's it for the Game Boy games. The only Saturn game I picked up was Virtua Fighter Remix. And it's complete, and the disc is in really good shape. They had a Sega Saturn in a box, but it was pieced together, and I had a hard time finding like good condition things to actually put in the box. So if I can find it next time, I might piece it together, grab the box, and have a complete in-box Sega Saturn. But this game actually came with it, but I grabbed that. For the Dreamcast, I got Ready to Rumble Boxing, and a disc-only copy of Jet Grind Radio. And I actually found a DS game in all of that garbage. It was just boxes upon boxes, but I dug, and I got Diddy Kong Racing DS. And it doesn't have the instruction manual, but the game was in there, so that's all that I cared about. That was awesome. Because every DS case I found ended up being empty. So finding that was pretty cool. Some Genesis games I found, a 6-pack. Not really valuable, but I enjoy the games that are on it, so I picked it up. Aladdin, another game that I enjoy playing. And The Revenge of Shinobi, it's on the 6-pack, but I did find a boxed copy of it. It doesn't have the instruction manual, but the game's in really good condition. Beavis and Butthead, and once again, this also doesn't have the instruction manual, but the game is in pretty good shape as well. And I got 4 more games to go over, and that was my haul for the day. The first one was Dark Sector for the Xbox 360, and that is complete, and the disc is in really good shape. Another one that I got to add to my collection is Soul Calibur 2 for the Xbox, and that also is complete. I got WWE SmackDown Shut Your Mouth for the PlayStation 2. Oh, I got 2 more games, excuse me. So, I also got a disc-only copy of Prince of Persia for the GameCube, and a disc-only copy of Super Mario Sunshine for the GameCube. And I found the Sunshine in that game, inside the GameCube console, like y'all saw. So always check the consoles, because there's always some good stuff in there. So that was my haul that I got today. I'll probably end up visiting that guy back in about 2 weeks, but just leave a comment below. Tell me what you think the best thing I picked up this time was. Like my video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see y'all later. Peace.